back here again with our shit.
Good morning, good afternoon, good
Afternoon,
evening.
whatever, whatever day, whatever time.
Because we got about 800 episodes out there.
Damn, that's a lot. Uh, it's freezing here, people in Atlanta.
Ooh, man, you want to talk about the
Yeah,
weather.
the hotter day was 37 degrees. Goddamn. And they said it's going to get worse. So everybody's cleaning out the stores. They going to get all the milk and the bread. Why they do that, I have no idea. But that's what they do. They go get all the milk and they go get all the bread out of the stores. That's what they do. I don't know why, but
Well, just like when they talk about hurricanes here, they get all the water and all the little essentials, batteries and all that.
I have no idea why they do it. It's just
I
something
don't know
that
either, but that's what they do.
you
They
gotta
get
go
two
get.
cases, 3 cases of water.
Gotta go get it. Gotta go get it.
Fear is a can be a wonderful thing for the people that create it. And one of the people that create fear is this administration. Misinformation is a wonderful thing because, you hear people say things long enough and persuasive enough, people start believing it. Now, the reason why I said those two things, I have a reason for saying them, but it's kind of boring because I'm sick of it. You know, misinformation from Jason Whitlock, and his little minions, talking about Martin Luther King and downgrading him, and Trump and his uh, game plan, with Greenland and the stock market. Yesterday they did a little profit taking and then they put the money back in there, some of them, dropping prices down. And it's just a game for these people. And we already know the reason why the stock market is up because, hell, most of these people, man, they're going to have billions and billions of dollars to write off. I mean, they ain't paying no damn taxes. So, why not just go ahead on and reinvest that money back into their stock, into their shares? You know, say, oh, the stock market is almost 50,000. Hell, you ain't paying no damn taxes. All you gotta do, hey, just go ahead on and reinvest that money back in there. And then plus you got the bogus prices running around here. Still ain't brought down the prices of groceries. And then, they're talking about, well, gas is down. Yeah, well, at one time, it went down to 245. Now it's back up to 275, 280. I'm talking about around here.
Mm-hmm.
So they inch it back up. Take it down, inch it back up. This is just to satisfy Orange Head. So it's so many games are being played and manipulated and organized. They playing games with people's lives. Talking about one day here they are indicting the Clintons, and they talking about they're gonna get Comey and they're gonna get Tisha James and all that, and then they back off and then they find something else, and it's just a game player, man. These people are not serious, Ed, about our lives. They're not serious. And American people sit here and let them do this shit. A lot of people are upset, a lot of people disheartening, you know, and, on the surface, everything is fine because what did you say? you're a very political, astute person. You said that ship turns very, very slowly.
Yep, huge ship.
And what's happening is people don't even know that it's turning. It's turning so slow, but it's constantly turning. And then before you know it, bam, you're all the way around. And then you say, what happened? What happened? Hell, people have been telling you all along. We're telling you now. But they don't hear. All they do is saying everything is fine now, everything is wonderful. Hey, I got my job. I was looking at the job report. Now you can't even believe the job report, but they claim it's 164,000 people that's working, and then add another 10,000 part time. So you got 175,000 people, 175 million people working. Probably more than that. Probably 180 million people working. But the point is that the job market is the way it is, the way it is. Because this right here, it takes time before people realize what's going on.
Uh,
Well, I'll tell you, I was listening to Jason Whitlock. We know that Martin Luther King was not a perfect man,
yep.
but they calling him a communist, a Marxist, and that he was underhandedly trying to turn this country into and this is their words, democratic socialist. He was a socialist. Well, my understanding, his reverend gave him a little kudos, and he usually kept that in his church. And although when he spoke, he sounded like a Baptist minister, his main drag was civil rights and civil disobedience for people to get their rights. I mean, the marches back then meant something. You know why it meant something? Because there were a whole lot of other people that was involved in that. And that was just because we are American citizens, but they had to change the laws and make laws for us because of the color of our skin. Because the other people did not want us to have the same rights as they had. That's the bad part about it. When you have a certain amount of segment of people who do not want all Americans to have the same rights. And that's the way they treated us for decades. Decades. People had to fight for everything they did. When I say fight, I'm talking about they had to constantly take stuff from people in order to feed their families or to even have some type of education or get some kind of skill or have self-respect for themselves because people would harass you or people will turn you down or people didn't want your business, or didn't want to sell their homes because you were black. That's why they created all those discrimination laws. So you couldn't discriminate in housing. Now they got a game plan, bro. They got a game plan now. They playing the game with the real estate market. They're playing the game with the stock market. They're playing the game with the banking system. They're playing the game with the credit card system. They're playing the game. Everything is a game. Everything is, you try to figure it out because, see, the one thing they're going to do is the cronyism part of it and the nepotism part of it. They're going to make sure that they get their money. They're going to make sure of that. And then they'll just twinkle up a few people or get some of it, that happen to be minorities. But they do not want everyone to be treated fairly. And we all know that. A lot of black folks know that. It don't take no rocket science or college degree to understand that. A lot of black folks know that. They understand that. But what I can't understand is what really upsets me, and I keep on saying this, hey, we make and when I say we, I'm talking about collectively black people, those that make in the multi-million dollars a year, make too much money to not invest something into your black community to build it up. Something. There's too many programs out there that's looking for assistance and help and financially, and those you just have to find them out. The ones that's right. There are some fake ones out there, some people that's just in it for the money, the grift and all that. But find the right people that's out there that's really going to help people. And those people that want to start their own businesses. It's frustrating, bro. It's frustrating because these people, a lot of people, the spicy whites, the Latinos, and the Asian people, and all these people, they don't care about black people as a whole. I mean, yeah, they care. Some of them care. That's not the issue. What I'm saying is that everybody has to get their own. But if you help a few people, that's all you got to do. Invest in a few people, and then they invest in a few people. But the system has really messed a lot of us up. I don't know how you get rid of it.
You don't get
Because this,
it's there. So and this it's a part of being here. So you just got to deal with it and keep going. That's that's my opinion. I don't care if they don't give a crap about me. It doesn't bother me at all. I don't let them determine who I am. I mentioned about when they Trump started messing with DEI folks and everything, and we realized that DEI didn't mean just black folks. It meant a whole lot of other people. It meant white people too.
yeah,
They had diversity, equity, and inclusion. There were some white folks and stuff that needed to step up. They were in that DEI category also. It just didn't mean black people. But we got caught up in that, and people started looking at themselves and stuff and everything and said, "Man, he bothered me. He targeted me." Well, if you don't talk about the stuff, then it doesn't become important. That's how that's how Trump has gotten over with a lot of people. He's still sitting there telling people that we doing good. The country is doing good. He sat up there today over there in Switzerland and told them people to sit down there. Our country is doing good. We're making money. We're doing this. We're doing that. Knowing damn well that we ain't. But if we keep telling people, there's a certain percentage of people who are going to believe it. So we can't just concentrate on what that man is doing and stuff and what he's saying or what anybody else is saying. I know who I am. I know the women out there in our country and stuff, black, brown, wherever you are, you know who you are. Quit letting people determine who you are. Inside of me, I know that whatever they're talking about, it does not bother me. It's not going to stop me from doing what I have to do. I got to find a way to get through whatever cloud they got. And yes, it takes a while for that ship to turn around, especially our government. We are huge. We're the number one economy in the world.
In the world.
In the world. But we also have to realize in everything that if you are the number one economy in the world, you still, who got you there? Who got you to be the number one economy in the world? You got a diverse environment around us. We got people from everywhere that come to our country, and they have built this country. But we find people out there in politics, in the private industry, they forget who brought you there. You have companies and stuff down there. The only thing that they want to do is we are not going to pay any taxes. God damn it, if you're the CEO of a damn company, who got you to where you are today? Who built your damn roads? Who put your daggone water that comes into your place of where you work at? Who is the one that takes care of your fire protection? Who is the one that protects you when you go to your house? Who are them? Those are the social network folks out there who take care of you. And if you do not pay for them, you will not get those services. We have people talking about, I don't want to pay taxes. Well, if your house burn up, who's going to come and put the damn fire out? The man that you said that you ain't gonna pay taxes for is sitting down the street somewhere inside of a building, and he's probably not working every day. He's sitting there waiting. He works a 24-hour shift. He sits there and waits. And when that alarm goes off, he is paid whatever they pay him to get his ass up and get to your place as fast as he can and assess what the heck happened and eliminate whatever damage there is. But it takes tax money to do that. You can't have sitting up there in Wall Street and you're in this big ass damn building and you walk into the damn bathroom, you ain't got no fucking water to wash your hands with after you done took whatever. You done took care of your business. Ain't no water show up. What you gonna do? That's my water. I paid for it because I paid the taxes. You didn't. So I'm cutting your goddamn water off. That's my water. You ain't paid for that shit. You didn't put the infrastructure in. You didn't put the piping in. It comes from the sewer. And I'm going to shut that damn sewer off so that toilet can back up when you go in there and take your piss and you shit going to come right back out there. That's my sewer. I paid for it. You didn't. So when you tell me that you ain't going to pay no taxes, I don't want to hear that shit. I'm going to sit there and tell people the same thing I'm saying to you right now. You don't pay no taxes, we're going to cut your services off. We're going to let you ride on a dirt road with holes all in it. You can't ride on my highway. My tax money pays for that goddamn highway. You can't drive on my streets because my tax money pays for that. Furthermore, when you get on that motherfucker, you're going to have to, I'm going to charge you a toll to get on it because you don't want to pay no taxes. So I'm going to get my money some kind of way. That's how I feel about the whole crap that's going on in this daggone country. We done forgot where we came from. We done forgot who brought us here. And this man has successfully gun at these folks around here to tell these folks and stuff, we're going to make America great because we're going to go back to where the white folks ran it. Well, as we've been saying, Ted, for a long, long time, the white folks didn't build this shit. There are a whole lot of people out there built this shit. That fucking White House that that man is living in, who built that bitch? Who built that motherfucking Trump? You sitting in the fucking house that I built on the backs of my people. When you run up to that fucking stop sign, who in the hell created that fucking stop sign to keep you from having an accident? My people. All this money that we seeing flowing into the South here and everything was started out with picking cotton. Who picked that goddamn cotton? So you can get multi-rich. My folks. We forgot where we came from. We can't forget where we came from. We got to keep telling people this.
What
When
you
we
saying,
start,
Ed, that them white folks ain't grateful?
hell no, they ain't grateful. Shit. But that's what the hell our argument should be, Ted. When you said, you owe me $60 trillion, this motherfucker gonna look at you, I don't owe you shit. I said, yes, you do, sir. And let me explain to you how you owe me this money.
They
We're
ain't
gonna take
grateful.
we're gonna take this shit back. But most of us ain't taking it back. I'm gonna say, you owe me some money, you owe me some money. Explain to the people why you owe me some money. When you create a debt and everything, that man is sitting down and he gonna send you a goddamn receipt and showing you why you owe him some money. So my thing is, I'm gonna send you a receipt, bitch, where you show you owe me. Here's a receipt. We ain't giving no receipts out. The man, you owe me some money. What do you mean I owe you some money? I don't. You ain't sent me no bill. Now you said back in 1960 you would take $100,000, but now today I want $2 billion. Well, show me the receipt. Why you think that you should have paid you 100 and now you want two? Give me the give me the bill. Give me the receipt. We ain't giving these people a receipt. We're not giving them what they need to show them that they owe us for this shit.
Y'all
When you
heard
get
it.
your tax bill and for your house, your personal property, the man at the county, he gonna send you a bill, and on that bill he said, school district, water, whatever you getting, fire department, whoever, they all sitting on that goddamn bill that you paying for. We got to send them a bill. We got to give him a bill. We got to send Trump a bill. Motherfucker, you
So
rent
what
my
you
goddamn house.
saying, Ed, I hear you loud and clear. So what you saying is that Adolf and people like FBA, where they bill at? They keep on hollering reparations. But where's the bill?
Get the bill.
You got to send the bill, bro. Where's the
You
bill?
got to send the
Show the
bill.
proof that my
That you
estimation is $62 trillion.
well, but you got to show them a bill. We got to show them a bill. This is what you owe me, and then we know that they can't pay the $62 billion, $62 trillion. So what we gonna do? Hold it, brother. We're gonna put you on a payment plan.
There you go. I
We're
want
gonna
$1
put you
million
on
every week.
goddamn right. You can dump this money over into this account over here and everything, and then we'll calculate your bill. We cut the bill down as you pay it, just like when you go out and buy a house. You know, yeah, I'm gonna pay you a mortgage. I'm gonna send you a bill. You got me, how much you owe me. We
See,
don't do
that's
that.
why these people that just got off the boat, last 100 years, and those people gone already, but then they got children, and then their children got children, and they say, what is the first thing they say? I ain't have nothing to do with that. I had nothing to do with that. Yeah, but you reaping the benefits.
The benefit.
You reaping the benefits.
You reaping the benefit. And I can look at Trump and tell him, God damn it, your daddy stole from me. Fred stole from me. He took my goddamn money and didn't pay me. He didn't. He I paid him to stay in his apartment over here, and there was rats running around there. So he owed me some money back. Where's that? I'm taking just like he does. I'm taking your ass to court. And when you show up in
You
court,
mentioned court. Did you
I
see
got
what
the bill.
Congress just did? They sanctioned or subpoenaed the Clintons
Mm-hmm. And
today.
guess yeah, and guess what happens when you take his ass to court? You file for discovery. Where you get your goddamn money from? Where did it come from? You got to show me where you got your money from. Well, I ain't gonna sit there and argue with you about this shit. You like he do, take your ass to court. Eventually, they're gonna give up and say, "Well, fuck it, we'll make a deal." What do you think Byron Allen did to them motherfuckers? He took his ass to court and went all the way to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court said, "Well, we ain't gonna do this." So they sent Comcast back to the fucking lower courts and everything. And Comcast finally said, "Fuck it, Byron, you ain't gave up, so we go make a deal." This man worth $1 billion now because he fought them bitches all the way to the Supreme Court. And the first thing them hunkies said, he lost that case. You damn right he did. But there was a hiccup in the daggone law that they had to send their shit back to the lower courts. And when he got back to the lower courts, they figured this nigga gonna give up. No, he didn't. He kept on fucking with him. And all the while they sitting down there and everything, they spending for lawyers and all this other shit. And they got these big ass law firms that here paying them millions of dollars to keep this Negro off their butt. So they finally made a deal. Fuck it, we tired of fighting you. Just like them people doing the Trump. He go to ABC, CBS. They said, "Fuck, we ain't fighting this nigga here. We gonna give him $1 billion to be done with this
Well,
shit."
when you think about it, that's exactly what we should be doing. That's exactly what we should be doing. Forget all this hollering and arguing and screaming and shit. Sue
Simple.
their ass.
Take his ass to court. Take their ass to court. When you are the plaintiff, you have certain rights when you take them to court. Oh, guess what the heck happened, Ted? Right before I came down here to Georgia, right before I came down here, one of my old classmates and stuff that I was with, name was Kenneth Bruton. He made a living on filing lawsuits against these motherfuckers here in the South. He take their ass to court, file a lawsuit on them. He, but every 2 years, they settle with him and shit because they didn't feel like going fucking with him no more. And that's how he earned his money. Filing lawsuits against people. He knowing damn well. He walk into a damn store and everything and slip. The guy never I slipped in your store. They got to prove he didn't. And he keep going to court. Filing for discovery, all that shit and everything because he was doing it himself. They kept paying him. Every 2 years, they give him a check. Then he fired somebody else. He lined them all up. Seriously, that's how he made his money. Bogus lawsuit, just like Trump. I tell the thug in the minute, man, I'm gonna sue your ass. Shit, fucking get off me. He takes his ass to court. They did something wrong, Ted. They taught me how to read. Read and understanding. I can look at a daggone lawsuit now. I know what you need to have in that lawsuit when I file it. I know what you got to have. I took my insurance company to the goddamn court and fucking take your ass to court. You're gonna pay me. It took me 2 years to get my money, but I got it. I told them I'll sue you. They didn't believe me. Fuck, you don't know what you're doing. I sent that goddamn lawsuit back to them and with their name on it. All state insurance with evidence in the fucking court in Clayton County. They got the answer. I sent that shit to, they sent a fucking copy of it to Dallas, Fort Worth, Dallas, to the head office. And they sent that shit back to their motherfucking office here in Charlotte, North Carolina. And they called me up, Mr. Bishop, what can we do? Give me my goddamn money. They taught me how to read, Ted. I ain't lying. I got the paperwork. Still got it. Still got it. All my friends, even my wife, said, "You don't know what you're doing." Okay. When I got my check, yeah, they wrote me out a check for my money. Took me 2 years to get it. Everybody else doing it. Trump doing it. How you think he got all his millions of dollars? That motherfucker went bankrupt 7 times. He's still a billionaire. Oh. You always study your enemy. Find out what the hell he's doing, and you can deal with his ass. That's my motto. I'm gonna study that son of a gun and see what he's doing. I don't like Trump at all. That motherfucker that filed bankruptcy, goddamn it, he's still worth $1 billion. How in the hell did he do that? And dumb as a feline. He don't know shit. He just find him some attorneys and shit that he pays to do what the fuck they need to get done, and he gets his money. He done made a big ass bank in the country of Germany, give him $320 million, and he owed them $250 million. You study your enemy.
I see Deutsche, the bank you're talking about, just set up a
Yes,
whole
sir.
big
Deutsche Bank.
game plan. But, you know, this money thing is something else. Something else. And like I was saying earlier, it's like they're playing the game with the stock market. They're playing the game with all these other things. They're telling people, everything is fine. I was listening. It's almost like they're all cheerleaders for the economy.
Yes, sir. They're
And
cheerleading for the economy.
yet still people out there that's hurting
Yes, they are.
big time.
Big
But
time.
but they're showing up cheerleading like everything is rosy.
Everything.
So,
Everything. Ted, we we have been recipients of this bullshit ever since we've been little kids.
yep,
People, we came from a little bitty ass town in the state of Illinois. We had a zip code that was pinpointed into a white town. But we were so poor that every time the federal government put out any goddamn money, any free money and shit and everything, they had us down there, our little town down there. But guess who wound up getting our money? That little bitty town with all them white folks in there reaped all kinds of money off of us. Grant money, everything. Because they had what? Our zip code. Now, people, we're going to talk about this. Tell you how stupid we are as black folks and stuff. And when I look back at us and everything, and I'm saying to myself, how the hell can we be so goddamn stupid? The white man come out there into the place where we live there, talk to our political folks and stuff and said, I'm here to help you guys, and we're going to get you guys $200,000-$300,000 to put in you guys' coffin. Our people would sit out there and say, oh, yeah, y'all are Mr. White Man. We're gonna follow you and we're going to do whatever you want us to do. They followed that man, sit down there. As soon as they got the money, he told them, say, y'all owe me 30% of that money and stuff because I helped you guys get it, and we had to pay them. We took the goddamn money and couldn't figure out how to do it because we were fighting each other so goddamn hard, we couldn't get the rest of the money. They did this, but every 2 or 3 years they did it. Our own people cut our own throat. Town still poor. You go out there now, you got it don't even exist no damn more. Because we were too stupid to realize what the hell was going on.
well,
True story.
that, that's kind of harsh.
It's true, but it's true.
Yeah, it's
It's
true,
true.
but it's harsh.
It's true. It's hard, but it's true. It's sad, but it's true. It's sad, but it's true. And the exact same reason why they took our affirmative action away from us and they took our welfare away from us and did all the other stuff and everything, but the white folks still got it, but they took it away from the black folks because we didn't know what the hell to do. They would give us the money and we didn't account for it. 2 or 3 of our young folks and stuff out there in Pembroke right now is in jail because they misappropriated funds. Make an accounting for it. They're in jail. Federal prison. $60,000 misappropriated. You couldn't count for the fund. They didn't keep no bookkeeping. They took the money and stuff, spent it, and they probably didn't steal it, but because they couldn't account for it, they just throw the shit out. We had a program called Neighborhood Youth Corps, NYC. I got out of school, went up to the place. My old teacher, Miss Sanders, said, Ed, I need you to come over here and help me with this program. They only got enough money for 25 children. Man, we got hundreds of kids that need a job around here. I said, what can I do, Miss Sanders? She said, you can help me. I went down there and I called these people up in Washington, D.C. I said, what do we have to do to get this money? And they told me, you got to keep bookkeeping. You got to send the records in, and we will send you the money because it's there, because you guys need this money. In 2 years, I had 135 kids and stuff under the payroll. Said you got to, Mr. Bishop, part of your stuff, you have to get in-kind service. Okay. They look at me. How do we do that? Don't worry about it. I got you. Got so good, Ted. The other programs took our money. I was bringing in $2 and $3 million a year into CAP. I filed the paperwork every year. I filed the paperwork, sent to Washington, D.C., and they sent us the goddamn money. With in kind for 10% of $3 million. Paperwork got filed, all legal. True story. $135 kids were being paid because somebody came in there and figured out what the hell they need to do, because we got all these black folks sitting around there that's supposed to have been educated and stuff down there. All they got degrees, they masters and doctor's degrees, but they don't know how to deal with the paperwork and how to deal with people. The white folks are wondering how we got that money. Guess what they did, Ted? They wondered how the hell this nigga doing all this shit. They fired me.
Mm.
But before they fired me, they let my secretary know what was going on. She said, "Yeah, they got something going on there. They're getting ready to fire you." I said, "They are, Maryland?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay." All that weekend, I went into my office and pulled all my shit out of there and put it in a fucking box and went home. So come the day they fired me, that money, they brought me in the office and you fired. I said, "Okay, bye. See you later. I'm going down here and draw more unemployment." 3 months later, Mr. Bishop, we need you to come down here because we can't figure out what you did. Brother, uh, fuck you, brother, your ass. Shit, fuck with me. They lost all their money. Black folks don't like to see people be successful. And that's exactly why I be sitting there talking to you, Ted. I said, sometimes, Ted, we can't help our own people, because if you help them, they're going to destroy you. I've seen it happen too many times. They will destroy you. Your own people will stab you in the back. My people that I'm trying to help. My people, Ted, that I went down to their United Way funding office, and they got the community out there, and they're giving these people $2,000 from the Community Action Fund for funding that they were getting from the people who work in the area in these jobs. All the general foods, your place where you work at, you were giving it to them. United Way, Community Chest, all of them, they were getting all that money. Black folks were giving that money. So our people out there where I live there, they only giving them $4,500 to run a program for our children. Mr. Bishop, we need you to help us. Okay, they made me the president of the Community Chess out in Pembroke. I said, okay. Me and our buddy James Taylor, we walk up there to the community chess office, speak to the man who's in charge of the whole county. We need to meet with you and the board. Uh, we can't do that. I said, when the next board meeting, I'll be there. Well, we'll let you know. I ain't heard shit from her. So I called the office up. Can you tell me when y'all next board meeting is? Oh yes, well our board meeting is this time. It's okay. Hang the phone up. Me and James showed up. Oh no. We want to talk to the board. The president of the Pembroke community out here for your chess. And I told him what was going on. I said, y'all giving these people $4,500. I said, we got thousands of people up there, General Food, Cool Batteries, all the other companies around here and shit. There's black folks up in there giving their money to the community chest. Yes, they are. They're supposed to be giving. I said, okay, then fine. You don't give us no money. I'm going to go down there and tell every last one of them and stuff that money that they giving, you all ain't giving it to the black folks. They gave me $35,000 to you. For 1 year. We went from $4,500 to $35,000. It still
Well,
wasn't
see,
enough.
people might not realize that was a lot of money then.
They have a lot of money back then. A lot of money.
We're talking decades
Mm-hmm.
ago,
Mm-hmm.
and this is what we went through dealing with these people.
Mm-hmm.
And just think of what's happening now. How much money we're losing in every
Big,
community,
big time.
big time,
Big time.
and
But we,
because of paperwork.
but we can't keep ourselves in line because once somebody starts bringing in money, either they're going to misappropriate it or the same people that you're working for them going to stab you in the back and
Yep.
cut your throat. If we can get past that, Mr. Harvey, we can be okay.
Yeah, I agree.
All them folks and stuff and everything, our people, including Reverend Al Sharpton and the old boy up there who was in the Chicago Urban League and everything, stabbed Byron Allen in the back. You don't know what you're doing. Nigga, you don't know what you're doing. We ain't going to support you. After he got that money and stuff, they tried to come back to him. Byron didn't want to hear nothing they got to say. They done screwed themselves up. Sometimes, if you got people who out there fighting for you, you got to support them. Come hell or high water. I look at my girlfriend, Jasmine Crockett. I don't care what she does. I'm going to support her. When Kamala Harris ran for president, I supported her. I don't care what she had done or what people had to tell me. I supported her. And why these other folks didn't, I have no idea. The first thing these Negroes got to say, Ted, and you heard them, Trump gave me $2,000 when he was in office. They sold her down the street for $2,000. My people. I ain't voting for her. Trump gave me $2,000. The reason why Al Sharpton stabbed that boy in the back, and he's on MSNBC right now with a motherfucking hour show, because he sold that boy down the pipes and everything, and let Comcast buy his ass out. Bought that nigga. He got a little old show now, making a couple of $1,000s and stuff and everything. He fine. But black folks ain't realized that stuff. They still watching this damn show. I wouldn't watch his show if they paid me. Because I know what he did. They're my people, Ted. They're going to sell you down the track. Doing the same thing they did in the plantation. He's a house nigga. Can't deal with our folks like that. I'm not going to stab nobody in the back. They're my people. I don't care where they at. I wish them all well. Every last one of them. They got $1 billion. God damn it, that's my brother. Keep on making that money, brother. We don't realize here his success means that we gonna be successful. And that's something that we haven't realized as black folks. If he's successful, I'm gonna be successful. The more he's making, the more I'm gonna probably make. I'm gonna come up right behind him. So, but we're gonna dog him in the back, stab him all in the back. You will never see me denigrate a black man who is doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I'm not going to stab them in the back. Our folks will in a minute. They're stabbing Jasmine and Crockett in the back right now. Her own goddamn people. She ain't got no business being no U.S. senator for the state of Texas. She can't be no senator from the state of Texas. Why not? Why not? I'm going to get on my soapbox. That's why when you tell me about these black folks, we need to give them, I ain't give them shit. I've been stabbed in the back too much by them.
Well, let me say this. In a lot of ways, you're right. In a lot of ways, you're right. Because I've had experience. However, and you know, and you gotta know where we come from. That's all. And where they came from. A lot of them don't have the fortitude of, and I'm not so much about the morality, but it is morality. Because right is right, wrong is wrong. You know, doing the right thing is always the right thing. And you might want to do the wrong thing. The temptation is there. That's why the prayer is keep me from temptations.
Mm-hmm.
You got to learn how to resist temptation. Resist not to steal. Resist not to connive and sabotage. All those things, because you might not even, I mean, I'm not going to say that you don't like the person, but you might not respect them to a certain degree, or you might not like their attitude. You might not like the way they do things, the way they handle themselves, or you might have a little jealousy. But you still supposed to do the right thing. And that's the problem. People don't do the right thing. You have to be a real strong brother, real strong person to be able to resist temptation, not only from, all kinds of temptations that's coming at you, But at the same time, you got to be strong enough to be able to resist those people that's coming for you or those are blowing your head up. And you know, the person that I kind of respect, and you know, just looking at his life, and I don't know how, and you know, I guess because you know it's not a good comparison, but this is a good comparison. I look at LeBron James. Damn, not a blitz on his record, bro, that we know of. Married to the same woman, taking care of business, nothing on his record. Now, and he's handling business, and now he's playing baseball, and he's over $1 billion in value, doing deals and everything else. That's a strong brother. You know, compared to what he's dealing with, I can't even imagine. And now he's still playing ball at 41 years old. Was able to have his son play pro ball. So, and you know, I can go down the line. There's quite a few good people out there that's able to overcome that. However, we shouldn't be able to do that because I don't think I'm gonna name two people, and there was a number of other people. I remember Muhammad Ali. He wanted to do a whole lot of things for black people. Didn't happen. I remember Isaac Hayes. He wanted to do a whole lot of things for black people. Didn't happen. And I can name you three or four other people because they had oppositions from the left. Well, I'm using that word left and right, but all sides. Opposition to keep you from being successful in reaching that, bringing black folks together or help assisting black people to the fullest. That has been the one thing that has dogged us. And the reason why is because the trauma that we went through. And that's not an excuse, that's just a fact. I mean, I can give you all kinds of little things that has happened. And it's not really an excuse. It's just that subconsciously and consciously, certain things trigger people now. I mean, they just have that inundated memory of things that they went through, the trauma, you know, and it's hard for people to do the right things. There are things that I could have done and be a multi-millionaire, things that could have happened and all that. But you know what? The thing is that is it really worth it to a certain degree? Because as far as I'm concerned, you know, when I think about, uh, I'm gonna use this for an example. My pastor used to be Frederick Casey Price, and his big deal was to have a Superdome, like the football, you know, thing, Superdome. And I started with him in 1978. And it took him to the 80s to get it done. He had all kind of problems. He would bring it up in church, all kind of issues. They tried to stop him and block him and do this and do that. You know, we had all kinds of things that was going on and all that. But he persevered. But that was only one little thing that he wanted to do, and that was just a church. We're talking about major finances for black people, things that needs to be done and be gotten, things that is owed to us, and we haven't even reached first base yet.
Mm-hmm.
All these years, we hear a whole lot of griping, a whole lot of complaining, a whole lot of truth that they're telling. But like you just said earlier today, you said, where are the receipts? What are receipts? Where's your paperwork? You all involved and engrossed in giving black people their reparations, but where is your receipts? In fact, where's my receipts? I got data. I got estimates.
Yeah, that's good enough. You got something. You got more than other folks
But
got.
the point is that here's the thing. I heard somebody say, and this was West Cornell West said, I don't believe in brands. I believe in organizations. Basically, what he was saying. I'm paraphrasing. You know, you have to have organizations. I'm with organizations. He with a lot of organizations that support him. You know, and we have a lot of organizations and people out there, but they don't unify. They don't come together and come on one accord. See, the thing is that when you come on one accord, the tides, you can't break that. You can't break it. But if you divide it and you got your opinion over here and you got yours over here and you got yours over here and you got 10 different organizations and they're all trying to come to the same conclusion, it don't make no sense. You got to come together and then you present your case. But sitting there arguing and fussing and talking about this and talking about that, that ain't gonna do no good
Or
because
fighting,
people are
pulling
tired of
your
hearing
gun
it.
out, pulling your gun out. You can't shoot her. Nope, don't pull your gun out. Pull a pin out.
Yeah,
Don't pull a gun out. Pull a pin out.
yeah.
All right,
So
Ted.
anyway,
Final word.
final word is, I appreciate you. You told your story about that, and a lot of people might have understood that. The thing is that there's always going to be people that's going to block your blessings. We just keep trying. I mean, inch by inch, we just keep moving up until we get it. And I don't know when that's going to happen, but I don't know if it's going to be in our lifetime yet.
Yes, it can. Just take the first person to do it.
You think so,
Mm-hmm.
huh?
Yes, sir. All it takes is one very smart person who's going to stick with it. And then the rest of them folks and everything can do something else. Because once you get to a certain point in the legal system and everything, class action suit.
There you go.
There you go.
Out of your mouth.
Yes, sir. Class action. Once you get that thing past that first stage, class action. And you can dump all the other folks on top of them. And that's what Byron Allen wanted to do. Once he got his thing done, once he got a certain point, he got to do a class action. Them niggas said, hell, you can't tell them what the hell to do. It's a son of a gun, man.
And they lost out,
We
didn't they?
we a son of a gun. We are a son of a gun. We just don't want to do right. We just don't want to realize that we have to take a chance. And I praise that old boy every day. And if he worth $1 billion, him and his wife and his family, hey, go ahead on, Byron. Go ahead on. So our watchword, folks, and stuff and everything is for all of our people out there who families, and I know there's a whole lot of them sitting out there and everything. If we do it, we ain't buying no Cadillacs. Y'all can forget the Cadillacs. Put the money into putting your children through school. Put the money into the school systems. You can go back to these school systems, Ted, that we've been talking about and everything. You file a daggone suit and say, well, we don't want to give you that money. Well, put the money into my school. I want everybody in that daggone school to have a chance to get a scholarship, just like your brother LeBron James did. He got the school sitting down, but he uses his money. Why can't you use that money and stuff and sell him? I want this money to go to my school where my children are. I want them to have computers in there. I want them to have high-speed internet. I want them to have the best books that they're supposed to have. I want them to have the best teachers in their school, because that's what they're going to need. When those brothers get out of that daggone prison and stuff, if they got anything going for themselves and stuff and everything, we got a program going over here, man, to help you to get back to where you need to go. Take that money and stuff and everything and go into them ghettos and stuff and everything, and all them buildings and stuff that all been torn down, all of those stuff, buy all that shit up and everything and rebuild it. Put them brothers back to work. That's where I want the money to go to, if that's what it takes. You ain't got to put it in my pocket. Perfect example, Ted. When me and Taylor went up there and my people gave us that $35,000. So the white man said, well, we going to fuck this nigga here. You think he's something else. We going to control the money, Mr. Bishop. You just come up in here and you ask send us the receipts and stuff, and we'll give you the money and stuff for it. No problem, because I ain't got to worry about doing no bookkeeping now. James thought I was, man, you don't let them white folks do it that way. I said, James, we done just cut out the thing that they've been beating us up about. We don't keep records. If I got to go to them, get them a receipt to get my money, fine. I ain't got to worry about the bookkeeping. When they come back to me and say, where that money been spent at, you better go see that white man, because he was the one that's in charge. He couldn't see it. That's what they beat us up about. That's why they said they didn't want to give us the money. We could not take care of it. Hey, we lose sight of the war. Anyway, people, you all have a good day. I hope you all got some knowledge and stuff. We put some fat on y'all's head. Good evening. Bye.